I was trying to. I didn't get to hear your full take on it. You said you think Rwanda is playing who and what is going
Playing
on?
the designer because he said like he's telling Rowan what his prices are because a lot of times he's not really dealing with celebrity clientele. He's dealing with who want his designs. So when he makes this, they don't have an issue with paying it. But now we're with Shereé right now, and so Rowan is thinking, cha-ching, Shereé, which we know that she's like we're broke, but Rowan must not know this. So he's telling Rowan what his prices are, and then Rowan says, "Well, I want 15% of that."
First of all,
So
Rwanda would have got
that's our finder's fee.
her finder fee. 15, I give you 8. Let me tell you something. If I got to give somebody, if I'm making 15 bands, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I gotta turn around and give her what she wanted 5.
She want 15%.
Listen, when I tell if I gotta pay a finder's fee, I'm definitely gonna pay you my full price. I'm not gonna cut my money down, and I still got the back door and give somebody else some money. I feel like she don't owe nobody. She owe everybody. Should have been paying the finder's fee because
But
you've been founded for.
This is just him and Rowan talking right now.
Because it's always a scam.
And this is what I want to break down a little bit too. Rowan knows that because Rowan doesn't get it. She's a designer too, but her dresses don't go less than $4,500. I think he said
42, 4,200, 4,200,
42. Yeah, 4,200 and above. So she called him because she knew that he could make the designs that she makes for cheaper. That's what he said.
He can replicate it, basically. Is what he can replicate anything that she has that's high end. He can replicate that. Maybe half or whatever the case may be. He can do whatever's in Rowan's shop. He can redo that.
And I feel like to me that's an insult.
Hey Janet.
To Rowan because it's like, okay, yes, I might be able to do this, but like this is the only reason why you called me.
It's a backhand. It's a backhand.
You want to take a 15% off of my cheap ass shit that I can make versus the expensive that you make. To me, it's like an insult.
I feel you, man.
Hey Norris, hey my boo.
Hey Norris.
I just want to say this though, but he didn't say Rowan makes dresses. He said Rowan sells dresses.
And so he said the price too. No, Rowan is a designer, I thought.
No, I thought she just had a shop. I didn't hear him say she was a designer.
There is a difference.
So Rowan sells the dresses. She looking for somebody to make it.
So that's why she called him.
That's why she called him. Because it seemed like Rowan just have a shop and she sell dresses. Because that's what he said. She don't sell no dress less than 4,200. He didn't say she don't make no dress. So there's a difference between selling it and making it.
I thought when he said sold, meaning she had made it and sold it.
No. She just sell the dresses. Okay. So she called him because he can make the pieces. Rowan don't make the pieces. She got her buyer wherever she get her pieces from. And then she sell them for her price. But my thing is this: if Rowan wasn't gonna drop her prices for her so-called home girl, why are you gonna drop your prices?
But it also feels like when she realizes he dropped her prices, she texts them. It's like, don't drop the prices too low.
Right? That's why I don't agree with you there, because I feel like there was money to be made by Rowan. So why would you say
the more he make, the more money.
By the time he got done with the negotiation, he's gonna be doing it for free. So Rowan don't drop the prices too low now. That man literally, like, I mean, again, like I can't even really judge him because I've done this with my website business as well. I did $100 websites, multiple pages, all kinds of shit, so I can't really judge him. But when Rowan texted him, I knew that the price was going way too low because she wanted her cut.
That's why I didn't think there was no cahoot things. Okay, babe. That's why I don't think there was no cahoots thing.
Tori says, I knew Shereé was scamming from the time she said she was going to do it last season. Finally, and she only did it because Andy pressured her to let that be her storyline. she a joke and fraud. And I also believe that that's the only reason why he brought her back to the show.
Yeah, redeem herself. Finish it off.
I think that she wants to raise a joke to Andy. And the fact that she even did this and now this is happening right now, Andy's probably at home like pissing on himself laughing. Because I mean, I would be too. Like we were forced to stay for 14 years to make this damn line. Like when you log on, you can't buy shit. Shit by Shereé. You can't buy nothing.
I love that name.
The designer who actually did the stuff said this Shereé had this is none of her designs. Like Andy's at home laughing his ass off right now. So I'm with you, Tori. All right, let's play some more. Hold on. Think back.
Okay.
My God, I keep moving to the screen. Oh, okay, here we go.
So she texting me this while Shereé telling me everything she needs. I'm giving her now the game. If you try to go to the manufacturer, you're gonna need this, that. You need a lookbook, you need your samples, you need this, you need that. I'm telling her everything she needs. All right, cool. For me to do all.
So I want to stop right there. I'm not gonna bring us back up, but he's giving Shereé all the tools. Shereé probably writing all the shit down because she don't know what to do. She's just here like build my stuff for me because I don't know what to do and I gotta pay my rent next month.
I hope she was. Yeah, she must have been recording because you know she's not gonna make it look like she don't know what she's doing. That's her problem.
That's what I'm saying. That's why she was like. That's why he said what he's saying though because she doesn't. She knows she can't do it. So she's like, just do everything for me because I'm busy. In reality, she's not really busy. She just doesn't know what to do. So he's giving her the tools to after he builds this empire for her, how to sustain it. And Shereé's writing it all down like, oh, I'm so sick. Can you go ahead and do this for me, please? You gotta watch the people that are around you. I'm telling you, because I've been through this. I'm gonna tell my story at the end of this as well.
Okay.
Keep going.
All that in 7 days, it could be done because a nigga ain't gonna sleep if you pay me.
Oh, and also I just want to add in 7 days.
Right. Straight
and
up. So it could get done if you pay me. You feel what I'm saying? So she said, okay, how much everything gonna be? I said the lowest I can go is 10 bands. That was the first thing I said. The lowest I could go fast. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking you Shereé. Nigga, you got 10 bands.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Like you on national TV.
Now, y'all, I just want y'all to know that he did say 10 bands. This price goes lower and lower
and lower.
It's like the Walmart price of a little happy face. They just go you a lower.
I cannot.
So this is also a mistake that he made as well.
Right. Well, you know what? Not really, because sometimes you just, being the person she is, even though she needs help, I'm gonna help her out, and I know she gonna hook me up at the end.
But he also is a person that has a history of not paying people.
I'm not even talking about payment though, brother. I'm not even talking about payment. I'm saying, this is another person he puts under his belt. I mean, on his resume. This becomes,
Can I tell you why that's not even good either?
But remember, we said some people he flies up. Like I said, he flies on the radar because he's not even out for clout. He's not even out to be outed. He signs NDAs. He's not even on that. All I'm saying is, with that, at minimum, if you're not gonna pay me, at least give me my credit, my just due, my
he said that too. He said, I'm not gonna get the credit, just pay me.
That's all I'm saying. It's like
he didn't get paid.
It's so annoying. I'm just annoyed. Go ahead, brother. Put it on.
The thing is like everything he said is right, but he said, don't acknowledge me, don't do nothing. He gave out a list of stuff he's done. When he said P Valley, I can see P Valley already.
Why? When he said that, I was like, yes, that's you.
I can see it. But he said, if you don't want to give me the credit, just pay me. Shereé would do either one.
Nothing. She by cannot. She by cannot.
Nola, what you saying?
This Shereé.
We can't see you, Shereé.
Oh. I was trying to explain my side of what happened.
Let's see.
See, I'm getting my 5th face put on that I'm trying on, so I didn't have everything. I needed the man to make everything for me, and I couldn't talk too much because that was when I had got my 3rd face. Okay, And so that's why I'm all bandaged up here because I got to stay looking young. Okay, I'm old and cold. I'm old and cold. See, I had took my medicine. I had took my medicine. Okay, you see, took my medicine, and I needed him to do it, and he decided he wanted to go out, and you gonna hear him say, "I didn't ask him for pieces." So I don't understand why I owe him anything when we never discussed what I wanted.
But
So
Shereé, he said,
I
but
only
Shereé,
was gonna pay for what I wanted,
but
and
Shereé, but
I didn't tell him none of that because I had my surgery. So I mean, that was on him because he wanted to be thirsty and be on Bravo. He better ask Phaedra. You do my work first, and if I don't like it, then I don't pay.
you in 7 days, you wanted him to do all 42 pieces he gave you?
Yes,
Because it
all
turned from
42.
10 to
And
40.
then he messed up some of the stuff. It wasn't even right. I
In
feel like
7 days?
that's how I went. I feel like that's how I
In
went.
7 days, bro. Like let's go back to
Listen,
that.
I'm not Shereé. I feel
I
like
know you not
that.
I didn't come on early enough, so I'm saying that to say the fact that she expected
I
him
feel
to
like
do
Rowan got a half cock wig.
Rowan is getting away with some shit.
I
you
feel like
that's
she got
what
a half
I'm
cock
saying.
wig, and she went to him like playing it to him like,
He
"Yo,
was like,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
get
going.
her,
No,
and you gonna give me
What Rowan did was
Mm-mm.
this. Rowan said, listen, what's in my shop is more than you can afford. But I know a man would build the same shit in this shop for cheap. And she called this man. And she said, listen, he said, I think he said 15 first. Then he went down from 15 to 10. 10 to 5.
10 to 5.
5 to their deposit. And that's
5 to
where
450. 5 to 450.
because at the next point, you're gonna be at $500 and Shereé gonna be like, well, I paid the man. The invoice at $5.
Maybe she was. I'm gonna give her the benefit
No.
of the doubt. Maybe she was helping Martell trying to get that wine pushed out to them people.
I don't give a damn what Rob Martell was trying to do. Shereé been scamming way before Martell. Okay,
I'm just saying. All right. All right.
Maybe Martell did said, listen, I've been selling chocolate wine and anybody even got that shit. So you can still sell She by Shereé with a website. This is all out of stock, and you put the website up, they just can't get it. When y'all saw the purse that Shereé gave to Drew, what was your first opinion? Did you want that bag?
No.
Was it a cute bag?
No.
It was
not
like
the color, not the shape, none of it. I would not buy that bag. I would look right over that bag and be like,
I don't think that's the bag.
First of all, I'm not buying nothing. First of all, I done been scammed by enough scammers for this year, and I'd be damned if I get scammed by Shereé. I done had the wool pulled over my eyes by enough scammers this year. You know,
I just want to talk about the bag though, really quick, because the bag was like Dookie Brown.
No, diarrhea brown, not doo doo.
Yes.
It's not doo doo brown.
I'm gonna give you all that. Like
it's dog diarrhea brown.
The worst than the shit that comes out of your ass. That's the brown that it was. But then it had like a little, like, you know, the linking chain.
Y'all determined to ruin my root beer.
You know the little linking chains that the kids have?
Wait, say it again, bro.
Plastic. They're very flimsy. It was like an orange linking chain for like the handle part. If I was Drew, if I was Candy when I put out the damn and sing, I would have threw it at Shereé after that because this is a horrible. This bag looks like a bag of shit.
I wouldn't have wanted that bag. I wouldn't have bought that bag. Like I said, I done been scammed enough this year. And the last time I was scammed, I pulled up, I kid you not, I pulled up to the gas station and the man was like, ma'am, I'm so hungry. Now, I ain't about to give you my money, but I go buy you something to eat. That man told me, well, I'm tired of eating Burger King. I said, well, then you ain't hungry. I'm not giving my money to no more scammers. I'm not doing it. I done been People crying and begging and whining, coming up with all kind of things to get money up out you. No, I'm sorry, you ain't got it. I'm like, at this point, I'm like Tasha K. I ain't got it. What I can do for you is give you a prep. What I can do for you is Google some resources for you. Don't ask me, because the same way you ain't got it, I ain't got it. I'm telling you, I ain't got it either. I ain't dealing with no more scammers. The hell with that. I done been scammed enough for one lifetime.
But Shereé been scamming for so long, like that would seem like what she should have been saying in this.
That's
and
why
this wasn't that.
Real life, Dad.
I like that Candor said it was caramel and plastic chain you got from the. That's what the purse looked like.
That's
and
why she gave it to Drew.
It was a gym bag. It was a gym bag. But that I don't think that was the bag that Drew was like, well, I like the bag and I didn't get the bag. I don't think that was the same bag.
That wasn't. It was not the same bag that she had that came out on the rack with all the little other
give them the bag because she had to give them back to the person who she didn't
pay them. That's why I was in my head. I was like, oh, this is why Drew and nobody got. No, that's why stuff got confiscated.
Yes.
That's why stuff got confiscated because Drew was like, we had this game, and then I looked around and then I didn't have my stuff. So it was like, where's my stuff? Dude was like, what is it, LaDon? He was like, I need all my pieces because her invoice is saying $450. I mean, no, her deposit is saying
$450.
His deposit.
That's the part right there. I cannot. If the deposit you were supposed to pay me $1,200 and you came up in there with $450 when you came with that other $750, then we would have had something to talk about.
But so I will say this, like when it does come to those people here in Atlanta, like that are in higher spaces, the publicity of it would be everything. But I think where I kind of got lost at was like she didn't want to film with him while he was doing everything. Like he did designs and they had to go and like sold them together, all that shit like that. Shereé is diabolical. I don't give a damn what nobody says. I just get this out here before I forget. She is diabolical. This woman does not want to pay for anything that she ever does. I'm trying to figure out how she even. The only reason I think that she even made it through the baby revealing is because Kyra would have murdered her ass on the scene, and the mother, and she would have made that some bullshit. But to me, Shereé is so diabolical because this man, you went from 6 to 8 to 10 to 40 pieces. Then you dragged it down. You had Rowan call this man. We don't put the rest of this. You had Rowan call the man and say, out of the 40 pieces, y'all only used 26.
First of all,
I don't care if you use one.
You see that man?
Right now. Hold on. I'll tell you something right now.
Go ahead, brother.
I will beat your ass 26 times if I don't get my money.
I'm going to eat you 26 times.
We have made. You trying to tell me that out of 4, I might beat your ass 40 times because out of the 40 pieces that I made when you went onto this show, when you had shit by Shereé, she can't pay, and every other name about why your shit don't work, and I made you look good, and then you gonna come back to me and say, well, and I ain't got nothing but $450 motherfucking dollars, baby. Wrap it up, pack it up, and take me to school tomorrow because I'm whooping ass. Because Shereé is not a good person. And I don't care what anybody says, y'all. Shereé's ass, the fact that she did this man, and I'm glad he didn't sign no contract saying he couldn't say anything. Because that would
She's not smart enough. She's not smart enough.
That would have been the ultimate burial for him. But I'm glad he didn't find that because now he can say, listen, everything that y'all want, and I would take over the entire franchise and name it something else. And everything that I showed on that damn runway would have been on my motherfucking website because Shereé is trash.
Well, here's the game. He couldn't sign an NDA because she ain't paid the lawyer, therefore it never got delivered to him.
She asked Pedro.
What he needs to do is he talk about he go to court, he ain't gonna get nothing. Let me tell you something, it wouldn't be Chateau Shereé. I'd open it up with all her furniture up in there, and I would do tours of where Shereé used to stay and made my money back with the damn clothes, okay, that I had. They would be up in the house, and I would replicate them. The basement would be the gift shop. You hear me? I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
What's up, Chris?
I'm gonna mail him one of these chairs so he could get to work.
And whoop that ass.
Because let me tell you something. I know we ain't supposed to judge a book by a cover, but you seen that, man?
Y'all see, this is one of the ones I purchased. This is one of the ones that came from the spot. This is the one.
What I will say about that guy though is that he did screw himself over though.
He did what?
He screwed himself over.
He did, but I'm gonna say
he kept lowering the price.
I want to lower.
But I want to say this though. It's intimidating though when you're dealing with a housewife, thinking like, you know what, I'm doing something for one of them. They might even not say that they won't even do anything for you, but in your mind, you're thinking this. In 18 years, because that's how long he's been doing his work, and he's getting this opportunity. It's exciting for him. To me, I think this was something he thought was going to really work for him because, you know, on the other shows, like the stylists and the designers, they really get big breaks from the housewives doing it.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at him for that, but once I knew that wasn't going to happen for me, let me tell you something. She could go to Target and pick up a damn t-shirt. I'll be like, where's my money? You can't pick up a pack of 99-cent gum. Where is my money? Following you everywhere you go.
That's good.
I'm following you everywhere you go because after I did all this for you, it made you look good, and then you fumbled the whole bag that we could have both had to give out nothing besides a Sheen by Shereé. I would be mad at her. I'm sorry.
As he's putting all her business out, as he is with his he's like, oh, you want to bring out a folder? I got one too.
I got a manila folder.
I got one too.
Nola, what you got?
I hear what you're saying about who they are and this, that, and the third. But for even more of that, I feel like at the end of the day, if somebody gonna do something for you, they're gonna do something for you. You know what I'm saying? If they're gonna do something for you, that's what they're gonna do. So I'm not lowering my prices because I feel like if I'm I will be honest. If I was a designer or in a position where I sold something or did a service that celebrities or whoever can take part of, right? I'm not about to give somebody who make millions a discount. I'd probably give a layperson, somebody like me, a discount. But if you like a person's work, you like a person's work, and you know what I'm saying?
But
you're gonna do what you do. For instance, like, listen. I feel comfortable saying this because she put it out there. Everybody know I planned Bondi's birthday trip with her husband. In this world, Bondi is who she is. You can't take that from her. Shout out to her. I love her deeply. Mm-hmm. Dan asked me about no discount. He didn't say, well, I'm going to get Bondi to shout you on your channel. It wasn't no, I'm going to do this. You asked me my price. I gave you my price. I did my job. Period. Now,
she was
happy with it. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, she got 100K subscribers. That still had the possibility to expose me to way more people than I know.
Well, we talk about millionaires, though.
Okay,
exactly. We bring it full circle.
And my point, listen.
When I say the person who I built is they are millionaires. Like money.
All the more reason why they can pay me my price. My price is my price. If you're happy with my service and you want to go out there and say that, but at the end of the day, he lowered his price. He didn't get no exposure, and now all he gets is
saying is true though. I'm saying these people that have like millions and millions and millions of dollars, they don't treat you the same way though. That's what I'm saying. Because
that's fine.
We know that Shereé is not a millionaire. She could be like 100-naire.
We're not 100-naire.
I know, absolutely not.
She's a 10-millionaire.
She's in the negatives at this point.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. But we know that part. Like you deal with people who have money. I had people who I know could have paid me what I should have paid, but did not. But the more money they get, and the longer in the industry, the worse they treat you when it comes to like all that stuff.
Oh, child, well, I guess I would never be big then, because I'm not about to play with y'all like that. We can
Like
move
I
on.
can see Bonnie doing and her husband doing what they did. But when you're dealing with like A-list, B, C, D, reality show people, like especially reality show people, they're so cheap.
Thank you.
I told you a story about Erica jumping through a window for free. Like,
Play the rest of the interview.
I'm just saying, like, they're cheap.
Run the. I mean, but if you cheap, then don't look for the service.
Please.
Because when you in contract negotiations to review for the next season, you want Bravo, you want MTV, you want VH1, whichever network you want to pay you your money, the same way you want them to run you your money, run me my money. You see that man? You hear how that man talking, that man not saying, well, it was 10,000 to 15,000. That man saying 10 bands. That's like being around here talking about 10 racks, 70 racks. Man, that man look like he knows somebody who could.
Nope.
I wouldn't even play with that man. You seen that big 5 man? Look at that man. That man look like he could smack you and flip you and not rub you down. I'm not about to play with him, run him his
that whole part.
Right, the big boy push. Come on, go ahead. I get the going off on another way, child.
Don't do it.
Y'all know how I feel about
That's right, y'all. Look, I made some enchiladas. This is why I'm late. I was making enchiladas.
Please don't talk about food. We don't see the food. We don't see the food. Let's put the food down.
Come on, go ahead.
You put it back on, brother.
You know what? Yeah, let me put my banner back up. Boom.
You come on, Harold. You know about it.
Back to the interview.
You know about it, Harold. That big boy push. Look at that man. That's a handsome man. She should have tried to flirt at her damn way into some clue.
We can't even
It wouldn't work.
Wait, why's the audio not working? You're here?
Nope.
I can't hear that.
What's happening?
That's because you're saying on my food.
No, you see, I done messed it up.
Because you're saying on my food.
Nothing.
Let me refresh it.
I mean, girl, she should have tried. She still could have tried. I'm just.
That's what I was like.
I'm just saying she could have tried, child.
No. Even if you don't, it's a certain type of way. It's still like MAN, and you still know how to struggle MAN's ego. Period. I don't care what.
Listen.
What you play for.
Well, the people say she
Well, yeah, that's probably it because I can't play the audio anymore.
The people say she the African ancestral connect down there. The men come to her to find pretty young women for them. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say her job is, allegedly, out there down to the Atlanta streets. She hooking the Africans up with their women.
What are you talking about?
So that's what the people say Shereé is.
That's what they say she do. Outfit plus give that man a check for some adult clothes. Who's Jennifer talking about?
She's talking about the man who did the interview.
Mm.
Oh, that's a gay man.
Well, that's what he said.
When I said she should have flirted her wearing some clothes, and that's what Young Rich was telling me. Like,
oh yeah, she don't wear her wearing those clothes, baby. I can do it before she can.
Well, I'm saying I say she down there. They say she allegedly down there.
To be honest, this is a finance man for real.
He's fine.
It is.
He's a cutie pie.
Look at man.
He's very much doing cutie pie. All I'm saying is, you can still flirt with a gay man. You just gotta know what you're saying and how to do it.
You can flirt with him when you want to, just to know that so they won't take him home.
You can have him, bro. You can have him. I'll bring him.
I'm just saying, if she really down there hooking the people up, then she should have found this man a couple trades. You know what I'm saying? Find him some dip, some little with the and trade clothes.
She don't in Atlanta. It's theirs. It's present.
Wait. Sister, say the with the one more time, please.
What the little with the
That's right.
With the
That's right. I love it.
All right, y'all. So let's finish the conversation up before we get into all this stuff.
Okay,
so
let's
we can't listen to the rest of it, but the price went down from 15 to 10 to 5. The man ended only getting paid $450.
Yeah, that's terrible.
To me, one, I would say this again. I say this all the time. I mean, I said this already, but trying to get into this, like getting bigger clients, the first people are always going to choose you to like give you some cheap shit. And it seemed like he never had a chance with someone like in this type of atmosphere. But I'll say this: even when I was doing videography, the same thing. I worked for a company for a year doing videography. They got like #1 videos, everything. I never got paid for that at all. So I think that with all this situation, like a lot of people that have the talent to do these things, like stop letting people like downgrade your work. And if they can't find nobody who's their caliber, and they want to try somebody cheaper, you'll charge them with people that's going to charge them what they would charge them, because you're losing out on money because they're trying to use you. Shereé used this man, and Shereé needs to be held accountable instead of like a damn person who doesn't pay her bills. Shereé has never paid bills in her entire house in Atlanta. Who pays the bills at Chateau Shereé? Because it's not Shereé. Shereé doesn't even have a damn job. We haven't seen Shereé even sell a piece of fucking gum on the internet. So we know Shereé does not have a damn job. There's no way possible that Shereé is paying any light bill, gas bill, mortgage, or anything on Chateau Shereé. Her mom's paying those bills. So stop trying to help people accountable about their business. Yes, she's gonna taste the candy. Wipe off the grease off the floor. It's a restaurant, boo. Guess what? Grease gonna be in the floor every month of the day. This woman is oblivious to work. She doesn't know what it looks like.
She allergic. What you want the lady to do?
And she needs to just shut up off the internet until she go work at Starbucks for a week and then understand something with that. That's the only thing I can say. What y'all got?
I'm gonna say this. The way that man said, "Cause you're not gonna play in my face," I said, "Sir, she did the whole Jubilee all on your face. She did the whole cha-cha slide on your face. Slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross." Crisscross.
Yeah, all of it. He did.
Reverse. She did it all. Okay. She said, "Stop shaking the wash and slide. Pause. Slide, biggity bounce on your face." Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you pledge yourself your own home girl or whoever Rowan is to you. You know what I'm saying? Because whoever she is to you told you, don't lower your price. Stick at your price. You should have listened to her. At the end of the day, business is business. I don't care who you are. You should have been red flag. I bet you Shereé around here texting people Grand Rising. And you know what they say about them people with Grand Rising? They all be scammers and hustlers. Okay, that's what they say about the Grand Rising people. I'm sorry if y'all say Grand Rising. I don't know if it's true, but that's the word on the curb about y'all people that say Grand Rising. Okay.
What say Grand Rising?
What?
Wait, what'd you say? What happened with Grand Rising?
They say when the people text, when the people say Grand Rising, that's a red flag.
Me that some, okay.
I be texting that too. What's the brand talk about?
That's what they say. That's what they say. They say, well, I'm gonna say this. They say when the men's text you Grand Rising, run.
Okay.
It's a red flag.
Basically.
Got it.
They say. But I just feel like at the end of the day, if the deposit was if she was supposed to pay you between $1,200 to $1,500 for the deposit, and all she sent you was $4, that right there ain't enough. $4 wasn't even going to get the amount of cloth you need for the pieces to look the way she needed them to look. Like, no, if you can't give me enough, like you say, you do the deposit and then you pay the end of the work. If you can't pay me my deposit, you damn sure not going to pay me the end of the work. And if she had to haggle you down because she only wanted to pay you 5 bands for 10 pieces, you crazy. I wouldn't have wanted made for it.
What he did was he actually called a distributor, and they were saying that what Shereé wanted was what Shereé wanted. It would have cost them $80,000 to $100,000. Well, depending on the work they had to do. From
how many pieces they were trying to
sell. And that man chose 5. Shereé could have stolen the shit away. To be honest, Shereé lost out on what she could have got away with. She
could have came out with $200,000 to $500,000 if she would have had put into the pieces that he had, because basically the pieces that were there was the only pieces he could have. But if she would have put into it, he would have multiple pieces there for people to purchase, and they would have purchased, and then anything that was left over would have on her website. She didn't have that.
If you look at what he said, all he wanted was the exposure. That's why he dropped his price all the way down to $5,000. Shereé could have stolen her entire She by Shereé collection from this man for $5,000, and she still couldn't do that right.
Listen, let me tell you something. When he said she walked in there and ain't speak to him, like he like,
oh my God.
And then when production said, I wanted to get a conversation of y'all talking, and she said, I don't want to tape with him. I would have been snatching clothes, bags, shoes. I'd have been snatching that shit up out there like I snatch beans out of people hand at the Mardi Gras time when they try to jump in front of me to catch what the man throw. I don't be up there talking about throw me something, mister, and then I know you about to give me the big pair of beads and somebody else about to come over here. I'ma snatch it the same way I snatched them beads come Mardi Gras time. Get out my way. I'd have been snatching them clothes because at that point, you wasn't getting what you was looking for. You wasn't going to get the exposure. You wasn't going to be seen, and you still ain't got your money. The wife would have been sitting up there. She would have had to walk out there and cancel the fashion show playing with me. No God. No.
The first thing I would have asked for before I did all that was, do you have my check?
Teachable.
Now, if she had my check, baby, I'm invisible.
Then it's my birthday weekend.
Invisible.
Hey, the Boris Simpson.
I would have asked for my check, and you have my check.
I mean,
baby, nobody's walking the stage.
Baby,
no one. It's gonna be another fashion with no fashion.
What he should have did was be sitting in there the same way he was waiting them 3 hours to do that fitting, and nobody showed up. I'd have had all my clothes up in my car along with my luggage that I was getting ready to go to Miami with. And when she would have walked in and said, "Well, the clothes," I would have said, "Where's my check?" And she would have said, "Oh, the check coming. Well, I got a plane to catch. You got about 30 minutes to
and it was his birthday,
or I am on the way to the airport."
And it was his birthday? No.
It was his birthday.
It was his birthday
trip.
Get out my face, lady. Get out my face. You already know.
Listen, baby, you see my fancy beads?
You already late. I would have
my big fancy beads that I be catching.
Everybody in this dressing room take my clothes off. Get back where you came into this room with. When Shereé gets here with my check, we can start the show.
Baby,
honey,
you would have thought I played defense in the NFL the way I would have intercepted them clothes from the model. No God. No God. I'd have been tackling everybody.
The clothes on like.
Well. Let's say this. He kept his composure, let the fashion show go on, threads missing and all. And no, bro. Let's because we can't change the past. He let that go. He did that. But when it came to them bringing it out on the stage, you see the pieces got confiscated. You can show out, you can play, you can act, you can do whatever you want. But what you're not gonna do is play me like you did at the fashion show. So what we gonna do is you gonna get on this reunion and we gonna pull your rack out and we gonna show the people. We gonna pump it up. It's cute. Ooh, that back bump. Boop. Ooh, what? Nobody.
I would have been in my show.
Drew, and bro, then that's how Drew got in trouble for saying she can't do it. Didn't give me nothing. I didn't get nothing. So on top of that, she didn't lie. We know why she didn't lie, because old boy just told your whole story. So it's just so crazy to me. Hey, Cindy, it's so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me that she has the audacity to not humble herself and just said to this man, bruh, let's go here. Instead of saying the threads and can you fix and can you do and can you, bruh, what you should have been saying is, bruh, you pulled this off. Thank you, Lord. What do I owe you? Because I don't give a damn what I do. I'm going to sell this cooch if I need to to get you your money, because what you just did for me, we were all rooting for you, Shereé. Was we not? Was we not rooting for her?
I wasn't rooting for Shereé.
Oh no! Oh y'all girls
on that runway. You wasn't rooting for her. I was. I'm like, finally.
I knew.
Finally. And you know what's crazy? Now I know why I was happy and why it looked so good, because it had nothing to do with that. It had nothing to do with her. It had nothing to do with her. That's why she came out. Look, that's why she came out with the joggers, y'all. That's why she came out with the joggers. You see, she came out with the joggers instead of anything that was on that runway.
I didn't think that Shereé had anything to do with any of that. She
didn't.
No, I'm saying when I watched the show before I knew that nothing. She had nothing to do with this.
I didn't know that. I was looking for her.
Shereé has a horrible reputation for not paying, so I don't understand why anyone would ever do business with that.
They're not. Cindy, they're not.
Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
Y'all girl in trouble.
Yeah, Rich says Shereé was never passionate about the fashion line. She just felt embarrassed. Everyone kept bringing it up and threw something
together.
Well, no, Jawan threw something together, not Shereé.
Spring, summer, winter.
September, spring, summer, fall. But you know what? And I was about this today before we did this live today. Imagine if they did this to Candy. Candy would have a September, summer, spring, fall line. Shereé could have really followed what Candy does from this, and she builds off of everything they say about her. A September, summer, spring, fall line for Shereé would have been dope. She didn't have to rush and do none of this stuff. She could have been like, listen, I have these things going on. People would have bought that shit. The prices that she had, probably not. Some people probably would have done that. But she could have really capitalized off September, summer, spring, and fall.
Just that.
The pamphlet that she called the website. At this point, buy some stuff wholesale, and girl, get you one of them machines that the people be on. They be on TikTok, putting their little stuff and put it on your website, girl. Or girl, at this point, Shereé could have been through Teespring. Pay somebody to do you a little design and put it on. You could get bat mats, covers. I know, because I have Manola Reed's blanket. If you would like to click the merch, okay, you can get it. Tumblers and everything else. Shot glasses, okay, it's on there. I know I can't sew worth a damn. So what I did, found somebody who can, guess what? I put my idea, they make it come to work. I get my percentage. I didn't put up no money. It's they sweatshirts, it's they t-shirts.
You should also call your brother, because you can from all that. But
me too.
I'm trying to help you.
You already know what I can do. Here's your card.
You can get what you want.
Where your cards at, sister? Show them your cards.
I want to read Harold's comment, though. He says, this is why I say it's embarrassing for her to have been on Real Housewives of Atlanta for 15 years and don't have it in her budget to pay those who work for her. She could be sitting on a SBS fitness empire right now, and she really could be, but she's sitting here trying to make She by Shereé.
I need y'all to understand.
Oh, She by Shereé fitness empire.
She has not been consistently on there for 15 years. Shereé is the side chick, okay? She is the coleslaw of Roja. When they don't have nothing good going on, they call her back. Because last season, we had a whole damn scene of her sitting at her island, or whatever she wants to call it, eating potato chips. She has nothing going on. So while she's sitting here worried about Candy's businesses and the grease on Candy's floor, she needs to be figuring out what she do. Before she started to play auto-tune on her face, she could have had a night, because her body was nice. The thigh to booty meat ratio, it matches. She could have had a nice fitness thing. Like, there is so much she could have capitalized on. Ain't nobody about to keep paying for no wrinkled ass who gonna check me boo. It's too many new statements.
But
Now
Shereé,
all she want to do is
has
I don't know. One day
opportunity.
she look like Hazel E. The next day she look like Clifford the Big Red Dog. Get the fuck out of here.
But Shereé has the opportunity to do something that a lot of people don't have to have that they could do. Because people have been waiting on She by Shereé for so like 14 years. If she would have really been serious about that brand and actually had the merchandise on there, Shereé could have made more than what she put into the business, to be honest. Shereé messed up her own self because Shereé could have done She buy so many things. She buy perfume. She buy jeans. She buy shirts. Like she buy everything.
That's your grandmother. That's what I was gonna say, brother.
That was a very
What about she buy baby? She baby. Like she got the baby now. Like do the girl's baby line. She buy baby. She buy baby. Whatever. Baby by she or I don't know whatever.
At this point, she can sit in front of StreamYard like we do when we do pre-recorded videos, charge people, and she can be a motivational speaker. How to fake it till you make it. How to look like you a millionaire when you really broke as a bitch. At this point, how to scam your way into making people work for you for free. At this point, she could have.
There's a lot she could do.
I'm just saying.
But she want to sit around and act like she don't do
because
shit.
Whether you
she don't do shit. That's what she need to call it. She don't do shit because she don't do shit. Besides going to Housewives when they call her ass back and say be a main character. But in reality, they were like, just say some random ass shit for us and then they're gonna pay you. She by shut the fuck up needs to really choose the right pathway. And excuse my language, y'all, but that's how I'm gonna call her right now. Because
she just don't make no sense.
Like she has the opportunity to do so much, and she's sitting there being she by I don't want to do shit else besides be a bum.
She by a waste of time. She by a waste of space. You had all this time to make She by She News, putting all Candy business on there, Googling her better business ratings, Googling
that could have been a blog, like
her health inspection ratings. So you had all that time to do this mess. You had all this time to Google how many people done ran through Candy Snatch because y'all stay talking about it, but you didn't know the man that you was married to had a whole nother child. Girl, get the fuck out of here. Because that seemed like that's where you should have been checking the Carfax at.
Well, wait. I want to rewind back. Let's talk about because those kids, she knew that because the kids knew. I'm not buying the fact that her oldest daughter, who's not even Bob's daughter, knew about it and Shereé didn't know that. I'm sorry. Get somebody else to do it. I'm not listening to that shit.
I mean, that's what she said. I don't believe it either, but I'm saying that's what she said.
But all the kids knew, but Shereé did not know. Shereé's too no. If you can't be honest with your kids, then I'm not gonna trust your nosy on the show. That don't make sense to me. Thank you, Remain Teachable, and memory for the rested threads. May they rest in peace. Thank you, Remain Teachable. I'm just not buying it from her, but I think that Shereé has so many gimmicks and so many opportunities to make businesses from people have given her. And she comes and makes She News. Girl, if you don't make that a blog and start blogging about, if Candy go on to Housewives on the YouTube and do her things, why not blog about YouTube? About Housewives. That's going to get Shereé an advantage.
I'm just saying, just like when, and I know you don't watch the show, but just like Martell's.
Not that Martell shit.
Listen, no, what I'm about to say is I'm talking about another idea that she made that she could have had, right? Just like when the girl said something about her and being an old lady or whatever, and she said, baby, old and cold. She could have came out with a thermos that keep your damn shit cold and slapped She by Shereé on there and put a star on it, and she could have been pushing and peddling them down to the people who work at the plants and everywhere else. You know, people don't be looking for what they're going to buy their grandpa. Get your grandpa a nice tumbler. They say old and cold. He can put his beer in there, and your grandma think he got coffee, and she don't work on his nerve and nag him about drinking his beer. Something.
But they need to talk to Candy about getting these gimmicks from the show and turn it into money. Shereé had Chateau Shereé and she thought that was it. But baby, who's paying the bills? We know we said Thelma, But to be honest, like, how do you pay your bills? Like, do you have a food stamp card when you are at home? Are you paying for clothing for your children? How do you get the fashion that you get? Because outside of housewives, where do you work at? We don't know any of these things. There's so much. They was fighting Candy like no storyline. But Shereé has had a whole mansion for all this time, and how does she pay for it? The electric bill has to be high as hell. The gas bill is high.
You know, lights on that house. Is she by herself? She be by herself. So
we need Jennifer Williams to come down and ask Shereé because she know what a food stamp look like. So she can try to, because Jennifer Williams lives in Atlanta. Let's ask Shereé that she know what a food stamp looks like, because our food stamp card looks like. And no shade to the food stamp, because if I can,
I want one. Send me one. Send
real
me one.
shit. Because I had one for a long time. But
yeah, you know I'm 50, right? So you know, with that being said, that I didn't max out my shit. I can't get no more sisters. That's all
I get food I can't afford right now.
I'm maxed out. My oldest kid is 31.
Can we bring back the pandemic stamps when they was giving you $360
a
month for each child that you got? Because I got 3 kids, baby. Them pandemics, baby, we had but we eat like that regardless.
Baby, I was eating good with my food stamps.
Okay, we're not knocking a food stamp, girls. If anybody out there got don't say it.
I gotta think.
Don't say it in the chat. Nola reads on the inbox on the Gmail. I will order. I will order through Amazon. If you got 200, 400, don't put it in the chat, girls.
What?
Airbnb. I love it.
Go ahead and inbox.
Let's talk after we get off the slide. Let's spread it out there.
You know what I'm saying? Just you ain't got to put it in the chat, hit the inbox. But I'm just saying, it's so much. Like, I don't understand why the way people always told her how fine she was, the way she always would bring up her exercise routine, why that never crossed her mind. I don't know why fashion crossed her mind. And I'm sorry, when you fine as fuck and you can coordinate, okay, and you slap a label on your body, does not make you a clothing designer. It don't.
But you know what?
Tell me I was money all the time, but I don't go around saying I'm a comedian.
You know what she could have done though?
What?
The same thing that Evelyn did was do bodysuits, and Malaysia did. But what she could have done was take the extra step and made like specific She by Shereé bodysuit
cutouts, especially when anybody's looking. Put cutouts in it. In specific spots, because your body is
great with those bodysuits. Shereé could have been the Atlanta bodysuit girl, because there's no girls in Atlanta selling bodysuits at all. She could have been the girl who sells them. She could have made She by Shereé bodysuits and made it a thing. Like, to be honest, but Shereé is so jealous of everybody. First of all, financially, you'll never get the Candy status.
She's insecure is the word you're looking for. In every aspect, you can see it across the board. From even to Bob right now. Like, I always be shitting on Bob. Like he probably, and I understand, you know, unless the grandfather and all that, I'd be shitting on him. Like the stuff that he's done, I would make sure that he understood that, bruh, matter of fact, when I'm in the room, he can't be in my breathing space. Like, I could never. Them kids sleeping on air mattresses and national TV while working.
I am sick of your rage.
Are you serious? See, that's crazy.
You don't remember when the
camera? No, that's real tea.
I am sick of your rage.
What was that car she was driving in? It wasn't a Porsche. What was it? We'll be back on that. Me and my sister will be back on that next week. Deb, don't watch this, but we are coming back for Huntsville.
We are, baby.
But I'm saying, even in speaking about what Bob has done to her, she could have taken that and turned it into a nonprofit and helped women who were Aston Martin. That's what she was driving while them children was on the air mattress. She should have took it back
She
and got a
was
Toyota Camry, a toot toot, hut hut, peep peep. But anyway, she turned that into a business. You know, she could have turned that into an LLC.
You
and
supposed to
women of domestic violence and abuse, physical, mental. You know what I'm saying? Emotional, whatever. She could have. Girl. Baby, that's what her name is.
She's doing her passion. She's not using her passion. She's doing what she's trying to keep up with people, and it's not working. Martell, Arnez, and Inez, after chocolate in a bottle, like stop doing things that other people do. Make your own lane. Stop getting in other people's lane. Make your own damn lane and drive that back lane.
I put myself in the corner.
As she should have too feisty. As she should have. A lot of her.
Now I done heard people putting their a light bill or a candy
in the building,
children name, a whole damn Aston Martin. And
that's
then
crazy.
You start your daughter off credit with, like, listen, a light bill you might could get up to $400, $500, $900 before they cut you off. You know what I'm saying? But by
$1 million.
That's why how she got she by Chateau or Chateau.
No, and a divorce settlement.
Anyone who cares.
And they
Natty's in the building.
Bob gave her $1 million though.
And the settlement. And they divorce settlement.
So she paid for Chateau Shereé. But then how does she feel light to him?
She don't have no light, so I told you. She got a ring light. She live by herself.
First of all, I'm mad that
Wait,
cutie. Wait, I'm mad when I said it. Your face was fresh and said it.
If you don't stop asking what about the damn light, she'll turn no light on but this ring light right here.
As many faces as she got, she probably put one of them on, and we don't know that it's Shereé down here to the YouTube talking about stuff, collecting stuff, and saying donate and send to the Cash App, and we don't know what the hell Shereé doing at this point. All the faces she got us done out, we're gonna recognize her.
But we're donating to Kim's yard sale online, so that Kim can sell the kids' clothes off because she's overpricing it. So what happens when you buy something from Kim's website and you donate to Shereé, it goes to Kim's website, and then they drop the price that's like $100 because you donated so much money. Let me tell you something. Kim and Shereé are the brokest bitches I've ever seen. I think that Kenya Moore explained it the best is broke bitch behavior.
I gotta agree with that.
And Kim and Shereé are the broke bitch behavior for me because I would never sit on national television being a broke bitch like Kenya says, because I know y'all don't understand the word bitch, but I'm going to say it because Kenya said this. I would never sit on social media and be a broke bitch, to be honest. Kenya, for me, they hate on her so much, but Kenya is a made woman. Candy, like, baby, like, why do y'all even argue? Like, people argue with Candy. I'm like, did the elevator stop working at the bottom? The middle,
or it didn't get to the top. It didn't admit there.
A millionaire woman who has business for millions of, well, not millions, but decades of years. And I hate the fact that people come for Candy, and it's like, well, baby, like she's like a millionaire. Like what she's done in this industry, y'all can never do.
Yo, bro, your sister hit you with the timeout.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm waving the red flag because
I got a red flag too.
I just saw a comment that said allegedly when they're not shooting the Chateau is an Airbnb. If that is the
truth. Why?
That's why I said Natty in the building. Thank you. I needed it. I needed it, Natty. Thank you. Oh my God.
If the Chateau is
that made me sweat. I took that little shot. That made me sweat. It made me sweat. Oh, child. Okay, so look. I'm going to
we get off here.
Hold on,
I'm
we
about
got
to look
we
up
have to
Airbnb.
get the
Hey, Deb. Hey, Deb.
Oh,
You
Young
live in
Rich
Atlanta,
says
Deb. Go on. Let's rent it out. Go on and rent that thing out, bro.
I the way, baby. I swear to God, we go if we find that damn house on the Airbnb on my mama, I'm coming to Atlanta and goddamn it, we doing a live. We doing a live. We gonna do a live.
I know
Where y'all doing this live at? Baby,
I know
We
y'all
don't like she cannot.
baby, it takes a fool to learn that, Shereé. Don't pay nobody.
I know you lying.
No, I probably not.
I need to find out if this true. I need to know if that house is a damn Airbnb.
I need the Addy. Shoot me the Addy. That's too much. That took me all the way out. That is the quote of that is it for the week. Period. It's not smart, right?
I have no more words.
Not
2 years.
Oh, I'm gonna be inside the shack. I'm gonna be inside.
2 years. Hold on, wait. Tufasi says Shereé is just not smart. She blew through her divorce settlement within 2 years. She got a poverty mindset. She's the type of not a poverty mindset.
After winning the lottery. No, that's real tea though, sis. That's real tea.
Wait, I'm sorry. Not a poverty.
I feel like being friends with Shereé is gonna lower your credit score by 400
Not as gonna lower your credit score being friends with her.
Wait, you don't say that a poverty mindset.
I'm not doing it no more. I'm not doing it with y'all. I'm not doing it with y'all no more. I'm not doing it with y'all.
You say you have no clue.
Watch. In 3 years, it's gonna be commercials that come out and say, "I raised my credit score 400 points by unfriending Shereé." You watch.
Methazonia, something like that. Stop watching Shereé. Something I don't think is.
All I'm saying is that guy went over and beyond the rainbow, the pot of gold. He went. When I tell you, I feel like cash apping him because he did so. Hey, my boo bear. Anyway, all I'm saying is, I want to cash app him because he went over and beyond. He did the job. Well done to him when she didn't have a sketch, a match, a touch, a nothing. You had nothing. He went from here and he put 1,000,000 on the end of it. And you got the nerve not to pay this dude, pay him dust, not give him his credit, not humble yourself. What are you thinking, child? And when I say child, you should be a child of God, right? What are you thinking? Why would you do that to this man?
Whoever's child you are, whatever religion you are, whatever
child of whoever.
Make it make sense that credit score by 400 points and an IQ by 100 points. Tufasi says Shereé is the same person trying to charge fans $5 in the park to take pictures with her in the park Piedmont. Baby, let's see something. If Shereé went to Piedmont Park, she would leave broke. The same way you went to
I'm not paying you nothing.
Shereé would walk into Piedmont broke like she walked out of Piedmont.
I'll take a picture of you myself.
Shereé before I started on the game that she owns by herself.
Listen, I'll pay $5 to take a picture with Mims before I
say that's
and that's no fight to Mims. I'm just saying I consider Mims more of a celebrity than Shereé. Goddamn,
for sure.
Ain't no way you gonna pay.
And I hope he have on the hoochie daddy shorts when I take a picture with.
Come on now.
Ain't no way. Shereé. Shereé is not a person I even like from the show. She's never been a favorite.
I will say this. While we going in on Shereé, I'm gonna have to reel it back a little because young man, you say you've been in this business 18 years, and 18 years, it feels like after what you did for Shereé and all the red flags to show that you wasn't gonna get your money and you wasn't gonna get your payment. When the deposit didn't come in through, you should have been like Juvie in the 99 and the 2000 and back that ass up. It's giving you need to take business 101. Don't let nobody play you like that.
But I also think this is first reality star celebrity though, because they're different.
Listen, I understand what you're saying. They different, but at the end of the day, for somebody who's been doing this 18 years, when you couldn't even get the full deposit, that should have been enough to say, whoa, pause.
But also,
I can't do it.
You're bringing me, let's say like you're my friend. Well, I know you're my friend, but you're bringing me on. My friend is saying, hey, do this. To me, like, I'm not blaming him for that situation because
so what part?
That's my friend bringing me,
and that's not his friend, and he need to reevaluate friendships too because
associate.
You know what I'm saying? That's not his friend, and then he need to reevaluate who his friendships are. Because let me tell you something: if my friend had a reputation for not paying, I wouldn't tell them to do a website for you. I would not even recommend you. I'd be like, girl, you better go to GoDaddy.com. I mean, that's just what I'm saying. I'm not gonna bring my friends any business for people who I know don't pay, complain, don't have stuff on the time, gonna be late, and then rushing you. And I know people who do all kind of stuff, but if I know you gonna get your product, if you need your product 3 weeks from now, and I know you ain't gonna get your product 6 months, a year later, 2 years later, we still waiting on the product. I'm not doing it. I'm not about to tell nobody come to you and people looking at me crazy.
Working with the housewife though is with the persons that are doing, because like literally when I watch this, I watch me like downgrade my business into like way less than I should. I'm gonna tell you I want to get up here. You're like, I know you fucking lying. But the thing is this.
Well, he worked with Bush paid.
Wait, let me finish what I'm saying. I think that I understand this situation because I've been in this situation with a housewife from Atlanta, and they do try to give you like this thing where you get exposure and your business will blow up, but like they're never going to promote. And even he said that too. He was like, people have a problem with like actually tagging you the right name, things like that, and that's very true.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I just feel like it was a bad deal, and a lot of people that are in Atlanta, when housewives come, like the reality people, they can't pay you right, and they try to pretend like they can. So we watch this man go to like obliviously beyond his worth, and to me, I hate that, but I also understand it because I've been in the same place.
I still feel like I understand what you're saying. For me, Shereé still, I don't like that she is double. If she has not paid him, even if there's no contract, even if like in your heart of hearts, you should already know. Like, look, he went over and beyond. He like, even she's trying to say, oh, my strings are loose and all that stuff. Like, girl, do you know he had 7 days? 7 days.
40 outfits.
The kind of come through that he can't. The kind of come through.
What did she do?
Nothing, and that's even that's not even the point. It still come back to like your conscience. You have a conscience, right? And not only, what'd you say about that?
You have to have a conscience first.
I thought we all had one. Maybe not, because my conscience would have kicked in. My conscience would have kicked in and would like, they went overboard. They love me. You got to stand in ovation after 14, 15 years, like my love. Like, seriously, I don't think she's really thinking about it the way how kind he is, the way he set the whole thing of how he chronically did it for us from the 15,000 to the 10,000 to the 5,000, the way it was put down for us. I'm just saying, why would you take his kindness for weakness? Why would you take advantage of him? You know you on TV. You know you under scrutiny, huh?
That's what scammers do.
Oh, right. So that goes back to what the title is. Because at this point, Shereé, you're more than scamming. It's like, girl, like for me, like I said, I'm ready to cash out him. He went over and beyond. He did more than what he needed to do. And you're not even saying
that man basically gave his services to Shereé for free.
Free.
Like literally, if the distributor said 80,000 and he's saying 10,000, baby, just cancel the 10,000 and just give it away. For me, I feel like, but I get it because I've been in this space again. When it comes to these reality stars, y'all know how I heard about Erica, not Erica, but what's her name? Scrappy's baby mom.
Yes, Erica.
Erica.
That's not her name no more. Her name is Pigeon of Paradise.
But no, what's her name?
I'll be right back.
Cause she a bird.
What's her name? Erica or something though.
Erica
Dixon.
Erica Pigeon of Paradise
Dixon. A bird. Like baby fly away, bird. Because she's a bird for real. She is a bird. And I don't give a damn if she ever heard me say that she's a bird. She went to a club with us, acting like they knew who she was. They was like, baby, you look like the rest of you motherfuckers in this club. Who are you? They didn't know who she was. So then they were fighting over a bottle and ice. Like, it was a ghetto. It's the most ghetto shit I've ever seen in my life. So birds, they flock together. So then I had to fly away because I can't be a bird to fly with them. I also think that this guy, I understand the situation. Because again, I work with housewives from Atlanta, and basically she brought me down from my main what I charge, basically down to nothing. And then her husband was like, "It's COVID, let's let it go." I'm done with the damn website. Like, what the fuck you mean? Let's let it go. So then after she felt like it was over, she did come back. And the website, I was like, I'm not gonna lose it. I'm gonna just keep it around. So I did keep it. But she didn't even use it, and then it was like I wasted my time. I never got my full payment. And for me, I just feel like that's why I feel like with this guy, like these housewives, they don't have money. And they're acting like it, and then they get you to do something for the discount price. What else turns to the real price? Baby, you couldn't even have gave me like the first sentence.
Listen, at this point, I get what you're saying, why people do it for the exposure. But the only exposure I need is the guaranteed exposure of exposing my hands to this check and get it cashiers. Because somebody like Shereé would have had to pay me in cash or money order. I'm not even accepting a check.
I agree.
Cashier,
I'm not doing no COD. That's what you expose me to. You expose me to payment. That's the exposure that I want.
Yeah.
Expose me to payment.
Expose me to payment. That's the exposure that I want. Because at the end of the day, when
you lower the deposit.
You know what I'm saying? When you lower yourself, like, listen, the first price he started off with was between what, 20,000?
Yeah.
And then you're saying you're calling the manufacturer and say 80. He had already beat himself out of $60,000 for all that work in a little bit of time. First of all, you want me to make what in how many days? I'm going to raise my price, not lower it. And I'm going to raise you because now I have to rush. This is more I have to do on top of getting that amount of pieces. Like that man said, he put off other clients.
Right.
And he said he's doing it himself. He's not a team. He don't have a team. He said,
and then he had to get the other models together and stuff like that for other stuff that she had when got from Alabama.
Come to the reunion, to the show and like fit them, and it was his birthday. He's supposed to be going on his birthday trip. He stayed for that. Shereé didn't pay that man more than $450. When I tell you,
and then I know he had to pay more money to push that flight back. So you using
not only that,
more money.
Like he said, in Georgia, they ain't flying out late. It's 8 o'clock, 8:20. Latest
first
flight.
thing or last thing in the morning. It's either one.
Let me see.
So the flights around. Yes, that's true though.
If I would have woke up that morning and a deposit wasn't in my account, I would have caught my flight.
I would have too. And I would not have came back if you want to pay after I left. I can't do shit besides lie and steal would have been stuck with the fuck what she had, period. And I would have never even thought twice about it. I did my job. The only thing I got is $450 fucking dollars. Baby, I wouldn't even look at a damn needle to stitch something to sew the people together in the back. I would have never done that. I would not have done that. That's a good man. Ooh, I need to call him. Where he at? That's a good man.
That's a good man, Savannah.
I understand when people are single,
because
when people are ready to mingle,
they not get paid. That's a good man.
He say he's single, pull up in a driveway, single, ready to mingle, take an application.
Single, ready to mingle, and a Virgo. Birthday season. Let's go.
Who's a Virgo?
You.
Oh, I am a Virgo. Yes.
I said you are single, you are ready to mingle, and you are a Virgo. I said now let's go.
I'm gonna look that man up.
You should.
To be honest, it's a good man though.
I mean, he's in the right place.
He got a good heart. He got a good heart.
That long, and then chose the experience at that time. After that long, I would have never chose the experience. I would have listen, pay me what I'm worth, or I'm done. I would not have done that at that time frame.
No, seriously.
And I think he was saying he just moved to Atlanta too, right? Did he just say he just moved to Atlanta?
I don't know, because I'm trying to figure out where he's from with all that coin on it.
That's the only thing that would make sense to me, because
he
if
from
he had
Florida.
just moved here, he doesn't have the seniority of the stylists and the designers that would give him that clout. So that would make sense to me. But if that's not true, then I would shut the whole shit down. I know you fucking lying to me. What? I'm making a whole fucking lie for you, and I'm getting $450 damn dollars. Let me tell you something. Go to the ditch and do the rest.
Man, because it's too much. I'm glad he came out. I'm glad he walking out
there, clothes in hand. Thank you, Pacino. Thank you. I'd have been out there with clothes in hand, and the camera would have caught me. Shereé ain't nothing but a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, non-payer, and I won't let you get these fashions. So I'm taking the jacket, the joggers, the models, and the dog. I want it all. I promise you, she would have had nothing.
How you know that
song? They would have been rolling that beautiful.
She know that song. She knows that song, and not only do she know that song, when we was in New Orleans, there was people on the. I don't know who's singing. She will tell you, but when we was walking down the block, there was a little cute couple on their little motorcycle doing their little thing, and they did not. Was they not playing that song? My sister started singing that thing. I was like,
the group is called Idea.
Whatever that name is,
she know that song. She was singing.
I'd have been repossessing everything. I'd have repossessed the hair that was in her head because you ordered to me. I'd have repossessed her face. I'd have went to the chateau and picked out all 40 of them faces up out her drawer, and it would have came with me.
Not only that, but didn't he say, why you just don't go take some of that jewelry and pawn it so you can paint me?
He did say that.
He's like, you got some rings up in there. You got some jewelry. You could have just pawned it.
You pawn the whole damn house, to be honest.
Come on, put it up. Put it up.
I just think that I would have never all my designs to her like that, and know that I think that again, when you're getting into the industry and it's new to you, you do things that you should not do. I think that the best thing that happened to him is that he didn't sign any kind of contract where if she's not paying him, we cannot talk. So to me, I think he's winning on this. And to me, I want to buy something from him too. but they are advertising his business to go, get custom made stuff.
Okay.
They also know that from Rowan, like he can make what she makes in her business, and then make it cheaper, and then make it look still as good as from Rowan's business. So I think it's a great new thing coming up.
It ain't looking good for you, Shereé.
At this point, Shereé just need to go down to here in Texas. They call it the work source. I don't know what they call it out there. Y'all have a place where the people can go get on the computer, look for jobs. They have different jobs come there. Whatever it's called in Atlanta, at this point she just need to go sign up for the CDL class and drive trucks. They need more of them. Go get a CDL, Shereé, at this point, because.
Not go drive trucks, sis. Hopefully you guys are already enjoying the video because we are having a good time. And make sure you guys are hitting the like button on all our platforms.
Oh, yes, it is Profile. Profile sings liar. They do sing
that. Feisty gonna know.
I'm just saying, if she don't want to go get a CDL, she can go be a waitress. I'm pretty sure there's lots of upscale restaurants. She can ask Candy if Blaze is hiring. Maybe she can be featured in their karaoke nights. I just saw Blaze was having a karaoke night. That was last week. So she can be featured in there. She can work concessions between y'all have a football team, a basketball team, and a baseball team. So she can work concessions at the stadiums, make her a little cute coin there. And I hear Uber is popping. As many people as come to Atlanta, y'all always claiming y'all full. Everybody don't have a job. She can sign up for Uber and Lyft.
I'm not messing with y'all.
What's the blow pop rings that Shereé got?
What blow pop ring?
Yeah,
they talk about the pawn shop. Yeah, I just got off the phone with the pawn shop dealer. He said he came and they don't take cubic zirconium. They don't take diamondoid, so nothing that she had could really be pawned.
1999 diamondoid.
We got 5 more minutes, y'all.
I'm just saying, at this point, I just want her to go do something that's going to work for her. And apparently having her own business does not work for her. She doesn't put in a dedication. She doesn't put in a time. And at the end of the day, that's okay, because not everybody have a business mindset. And, you can't be the owner.
Let's not pretend with us, though.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be the owner and you're just, and you don't even have a worker's mentality. It does not work like that. She don't even have the janitor's mentality, because even the janitors work hard and shine them floors and be proud of their work. Like, I just waxed my floors. She don't have pride in what she do. And at this point, girl, just come out and tell us the truth and say, listen, She by Shereé was only for a Roja business. It wasn't never meant to be a real business at this point.
Very true.
She needs to be ashamed of herself. She needs to apologize, and she needs to let that man get the house for Airbnb at least 2 weeks. It might recover some of his money, and stock it with some gringo water and whatever else the fancy people eat. And that's it. That's all I got for her.
All right. So Nola, Cutie, anything else last to say?
I'm done.
All I'm gonna say is, when you go to Vegas, oops, I didn't mean to happy face you guys, but when you go to Vegas and you're gambling and you are doing your slots and they are walking around and they give you your free drinks and all that stuff, and then you hear a lady win and they be like, pay the lady. You know when they say that? I'm going to need you to pay, oh boy. I'm going to need you to pay him. Pay him his money. Pay him his respects. Pay him all that you owe. Have a heart. Take that cold skin that you call alive that's not alive, because I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing that I did this man like that. Like, seriously, I couldn't sleep. I'd be like, man, I should have did that to him. I just want you to wake up and understand that you did somebody a wrong and right it. That's all, Shereé. That's it. You did somebody wrong and right it.
Yeah, Rich said push her over to Huntsville. That's more her budget. I'm tired of the broke biz.
Okay, with Young Rich, she cuts up every time.
And the only thing,
I love it.
Rich,
I love it.
I'm not Rich. I'm cool, but I'm not praying for you. I'm not praying for that girl. That's it.
I'm down for Raven on the broke shit. All right, let me take y'all down so we can get up out of here. Y'all stay, don't go nowhere.
Good night, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us. Hit that like button on the way out, y'all.
Lola Reeves, full California cutie. And I'm taking them down, and then we're gonna end this, and I'll be with you guys later. Right. Love you guys so much for joining me for this live with the Shereé stuff. You know, drop down in the comments if you guys feel a different way. I feel like Shereé needs to go away. And that's just true for me. I love you guys. Wait a minute, I'm missing my damn outro. What's that? All right, make sure you guys support the channel, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. See you guys in this video. Bye, y'all. I did it. 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 You did it. I did it.